must be dreaming. I must be dreaming.
Hey guys, it's Dee. I started this channel a couple months ago, about the summertime of 2024. So I have yet to sit down and formally introduce myself. I just kind of jumped in with the vlogs and we're gonna get back to that. But a little about me first, and about my channel. My name's Dee. I go by Dee. My name is actually Deandra. It's not something I've ever really preferred to go by. All of my friends call me Dee, and I've been in the process of actually trying to change my name. So if you look at my Instagram, you look at my socials, it'll say Demona, and I'm just running with that. So I've been testing it out. A new name it's pretty serious. Like, there's a lot of things you have to do for that outside of the application, changing birth certificates and social security cards, IDs, all of that. But I hope that I can get it done before I get married, so on my marriage certificate it'll have my preferred name. All of that to say, you can call me Dee. Dee, my close family, like my sisters, my mom, used to always call me Dirty Dee. But yeah, just Dee. So I'm 26. I'm a Taurus. My birthday is May 7th. Every time I tell somebody my birth date, they always tell me, that sounds like a lucky number, or that day sounds so like something. It's just a regular day in May, but I love being a Taurus. I love having my birthday in May, like right at the start of, well, like mid-spring, the start of summer. I love that. I always thrive on being a summer baby. The summer where I really get activated. Like, this wintertime funk and I don't know, this, whatever this is, that's not me. Come find me in the summertime when I'm shaking my ass somewhere, listening to good music, at a barbecue or something. Like, this just isn't my vibe. So yeah, I thrive in the summertime. I very much look forward to the summer all year long. Like, I'm that person. As if like I'm a school-age child waiting for summer vacation. Like, that's literally me all year. Yeah, so basically the purpose of this channel, or my intentions behind finally starting a YouTube, let me rewind a little bit. I have been on YouTube as a consumer since I was probably, I don't know, 14, 15. I wasn't really into YouTube like when it first came out, and it was a lot of like really obscure videos and crazy stuff. I got into YouTube at the like height of the beauty community, era. I really started with natural hair. That was like my new interest, my thing. I was always looking for new natural hair creators for inspiration and things like that. I big chopped my hair back in high school, so that was really helpful for me. And then from that, I kind of transitioned into more like actual beauty, makeup, hair, things of that sort. I love the beauty space. I always wanted to make beauty content. I've started taking clients like back in high school. I've been doing hair and makeup since middle school. So it's something I've always been super passionate about, but I just never found my way to break into the industry. So I'm taking my baby steps now. I still very much love the beauty community, but some things have happened, and it's, you know, I don't know if it's public interest or what, but there's been kind of a step back or a pull back from beauty content. I still hope to deliver that in the old school format. I love a get ready with me. I love a makeup tutorial, hair tutorial. So I really want to still deliver that, still bring the old school OG vibes. Like, I'm an old school girl. Like, I'm 26, but I tell that to a 20-year-old, and you know, I'm basically 40. So I considered getting myself fully together, you know, like beating my face, doing some lashes, a fit, but it just felt inauthentic to me. I am a beauty girl. I love my makeup down, but I probably actually wear a face like once a month, maybe once a week if I got something going on, but like seriously, like once a month. I really enjoy being barefaced, and I guess that kind of speaks back to, you know, a shift in interest and things like that, because I do see myself like subscribing to the natural beauty kind of push that's been going on, but not intentionally. Like, put some makeup on, girl. I still love a beat. Like, nothing can top that. But for my day-to-day, this is typically how I'm presenting myself. And even I got some curls in my hair. That's even a bit much. So aside from beauty content, because I love the beauty content, but you know, that only appeals to a certain demographic, my girls. But I kind of wanted to expand on just, I guess you could say lifestyle, but really just like livelihood. Like, I want to really showcase like being in your mid to later 20s and just not having any idea of what the fuck is going on, and just showcasing my journey, my experience through, you know, these times. Like, I never ever would have guessed that my later 20s would be anything like what they were. My early to mid 20s was shaped a lot by the pandemic, and I'm not gonna lie, it's taken a long time and a lot of work to kind of come out of that space. Like, I know for some people that was real light, but that had me messed up for a long time. But I just feel like there's so many nuances and just things that we go through at this age that isn't really discussed or accepted to be said. I don't know. I don't want to fearmonger. Being in your later 20s is cool. Like, I love feeling grown. I be feeling so grown and sexy. Like, yeah, I can rent a car. I can do anything. Like, but it's also limitations within that I experience. Just because my history and my demographics, like, I don't know. I know that growing up in this generation, in this era, this decade, I don't know what is going on in the media and the lifestyles that are presented to us that we're supposed to be living up to is just so unrealistic and so unhealthy. I have had to like rework so much my brain. Like, you're a regular girl, as special, as fire as I am, as I feel in my heart. I'm a regular girl who was raised by regular working people, who's going to continue to be a regular working class person. Obviously, I have goals, to attain outside of that. I want the big house. I want, a few modest cars in the driveway. Like, I want my kids to have, private lessons and tutors and whatever. I do aspire to have those, upper class 1%, type of dreams, but I just feel like we all need to get to a point where those things aren't damaging our brains and are actually motivating us, because so many of us take it and see, the rapper, baby mama, celebrity influencer, lifestyle, and think like we're just less than or less deserving because we can't have these experiences, when these things are all literally out of this world, like unbelievable, like literally crazy, insane. Like, that's the world we live in, and it's a possibility. It is obtainable. It's not impossible for anybody, but just being mindful of the resources you have and understanding not everything that's presented to us is what we should be desiring. Like, a lot of that stuff's really played out. I feel like, focusing on our main priorities, what takes care of you, what takes care of your immediate people, but outside of that, like, everything else is a plus. So I don't feel like we should be feeling discouraged or disappointed that we don't get to fly to Bora Bora or the Maldives and have a bungalow over the water decorated with rose petals and Van Cleef and Cartier, and like, if that's able to happen, if that's in God's plan, God willing, that would happen. But if that's not meant for you at this time, don't stress yourself out. Don't be hurting over this. Don't feel disappointed in what your man or your family or whatever can offer you, because they're doing the best they can. And let's be real, like, people don't have it like that. Some do, but for the majority, people don't have it, and it's okay. Like, it will come. There's seasons for everything. There's been times in my life where we could get on a plane at any time and spend a week or two literally in another state, city, across the country, and you know, be going out to Chrome Hearts and going out to, you know, all the designers in Bottega and whatever. Like, there was a time in my life for all of that. Now it's not that time. I had my time. I had my season. And I'm just waiting for my next season of abundance. And until then, like, I'm trying to be cool. It is hard. Like, you know, Valentine's just came around. Had to see all the rooms filled. Had to, you know, floor to ceiling roses and Dom Perignon and fucking 50 carat wedding rings, engagement rings, whatever. Like, that's all beautiful, and we should be able to take inspiration and see it for the art, but it's not realistic, and I don't want to subscribe to those expectations because I don't want to be ungrateful. I'm a very multifaceted person. I wouldn't say there's any one specific interest that is above any other. Like, I work in the beauty industry, so obviously a lot of things that I consume or a lot of things I'm looking for are in the beauty space. But outside of that, like, I love art. I started really as a sculptor. I love three-dimensional art. You know, paintings and 2D art's cool too, but I just love sculpture. I used to do like ceramics and stuff, which, you know, falls in with that. But I've always been into art. I've always been a creative person. I love media, consuming media in any form. I love films, TV, TikTok, like shorthand content. Like, I love to consume content. I was born late 90s, grew up in late 2000s. I consume content. Okay, hours and hours and hours and hours, you know. But yeah, arts. I like going to museums and seeing new movies, experiencing new things. I like sports. Really sports gambling, but sports betting. But I'll keep up with that time to time. Music. I grew up seeking out like the most obscure type of music possible. I've listened to everything on both ends of the spectrum. Like, my music taste is super diverse. Yeah, I love different types of music, just different art forms and expressions. Like, I appreciate anything anybody has dedicated themselves to or put work behind. I love to see the fruits of their labor, to see, you know, a completed project. Because as an artist, I know how hard it can get from an idea to producing a final outcome of anything. So, you know, dance, theater, all those things. More than anything, I really enjoy doing nothing. Like, one of my favorite hobbies, or something that I really do a lot, it's like walks. And it sounds dumb, right? Everybody walks, but I walk like no other. People get so tired of me. They be so fed up, so annoyed, because I will walk anywhere. Like, miles and miles and miles. I just love to walk, so I'll go walk around downtown or different parks, my favorite parks, just exploring, spending time outside. Love doing things that, you know, low cost. But that's something I've always liked to do. I've always liked exploring. I enjoy traveling, you know, different things like that. But I'm not saying anything new. Like, I'm sure every person can relate to that. I could even go into more detail. Like, I love politics. I love I can't even think. Like, just literally, it's so many things to me that I don't know where to start. But I know so many people can relate. So, with being such a multifaceted or just person who's all over the place, like, I've really struggled with finding my place and finding my purpose and just going along this journey with any sense of direction. It's hard when you have so many interests and you enjoy so many things and you feel like it's so many ways for you to be impactful. It gets overwhelming. Like, I know we're supposed to enjoy the options, the choices, but it feels overwhelming at times. I can do anything and I can be whatever I want to be and I can, you know, deliver whatever, but it's getting to those starting points where I've kind of struggled a bit. So at this time in my life, like I said, I'm 26. I spent the last year in hair school, cosmetology school, whatever. So I didn't really have much going on this past year. I was at school 9 to 5, sometimes longer, trying to get my hours. So I've been pretty focused, pretty like tunneled in on this, and this is something I've wanted to do since I was in high school. Like I said, I started taking clients in high school, middle school. This was always a career choice that was recommended to me or kind of pushed to me, but I was like, no. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be a politician. I want to be a nurse practitioner. I want to be a history teacher. Like, it's been so many different things that I tried to force instead of naturally allowing myself to do what was natural, what felt comfortable, what was easy, you know. I wouldn't say I have regrets, but I just feel like I could have been guided to this journey a little bit easier. I don't know. I just felt like I was kicking and screaming and dragging my feet, like, for no reason. But yeah, before that, I was trying to get my real estate license. I did my course and everything, but I just never got into a brokerage or began pursuing that. I just felt like it wasn't the right time for me and the right time for the economy, and it was a lot like I had an interest in home buying but not really selling, in the sense of like I could see myself buying and renovating homes but not really, and not for a crazy like gouged price, like not for profit, like literally just to rejuvenate a lot of communities around the city. But yeah, my interest wasn't really particularly selling a home. It was more so kind of matching people with something that fit them or something unique, and like I said, elevating a community. But yeah, it wasn't really just sitting up reading contracts and, you know, setting offers and whatever. I've tried to, like I said, was going to law school, was going, you know, to clinicals to be a nurse. Like I've gone through the ringer. I've tried it all. Nothing's really stuck. And I don't think it at all has to do with stopping and starting. Like I feel like I had to go through these journeys to really fully understand, like, okay, that's not what I thought it was. That's not what would be beneficial for me, or that's not something that would work. So I don't know. I've tried it all. Like if you have any questions, like I'm thinking of this, I'm pretty sure I've tried it, looked into it, like anything. Like I promise. Ask me about being a flight attendant or a tattoo artist or literally anything. I promise I've looked into it. So yeah, with that I just feel like it's shaped me a lot into this person I am now, going through these trials and tribulations of finding myself. Like that's literally what your 20s are for. If you haven't picked up something completely different from what you have going on and just tried something, then that's when I feel like you failed your 20s, or you've had a failed experience, because you should be trying out everything. You don't know what you like. It's so many things that I thought I liked or I thought I wanted for myself at those points in time that now I see like there's no way in hell that was gonna work out. There's no way in hell that was beneficial for me. So I'm grateful. I'm happy with the space that I'm in. I'd love to share that journey so other people understand, like it's not just me. Like for so long I felt like it's just me that feels this way. Like I feel so lost, so like I'm behind, like I'm messing up my life and wasting my time, and like all these feelings, just to sit down and have a conversation with a peer of mine, a friend of mine, and hear the exact same things. Like I don't know a single person that I've grown up with that has their life figured out or knows what they're doing. I mean, I'm sure there's some, and kudos to them. Like I love that. I love that you were allowed a life where that came easy to you, or where you were able to be satisfied by, you know, whatever you got into. Like I'm sure that does happen, but for the majority of me and my peers, I get a consensus of we're just figuring it out, and that's okay. Like fail as many times as you possibly can at this point in your life before it counts for something. And I just feel like I'm never done learning. I'm never over or just too set in what I have going on. Like I'm open to everything going forward, and I'm just looking to see, you know, where that takes me. Now that I have something like going on, I'm in a suite, I'm taking clients, I want to be as focused and dedicated to that as possible so that I'm fully giving it my all. But alongside of that, or you know, outside of that, I'm thinking bigger picture. Like, I know I'm not gonna be doing hair forever. Like, that's not something that, it's very physically demanding, and it's not something that I could see myself doing like through a pregnancy or through illness or older age. So while I'm able-bodied and able to get it, I plan to, but I'm thinking bigger picture, more passive incomes or just other income streams to have alongside this, or fueled by this, or in addition to this, or whatever. So yeah, I'm looking to the future, but trying to stay as connected and grounded and centered in the present, in the now, in reality. But I hope that this channel serves as a community, as a central ground for the people that are trying to figure it out and are real with themselves and not embarrassed, not ashamed to be in the positions they're in, but look to the future, look forward to better and more and abundance and whatever. Yeah, so expect more talking communication videos. Like, I love getting stuff off my chest. I don't have a lot of friends that I can just call and have a conversation with. Like, as of right now, there's not really anybody I could think of that I could just call and vent to, or just, you know. So I want to have like this open line of communication. I want to build a community. I want us to not feel alone in these processes. I truly believe it does take a village for anything, and we've lost that part of community, of, you know, support, and I just want to bring that back little by little in whatever ways that I can. And I just want to show you, like, it's not too late to wake up and say, I hate this, I hate whatever is going on in my life, whatever I'm accepting, and I'm gonna completely turn it around today. Like, I'm all for that. So I'm Dee, and this is where I will be residing. Come leave me a comment, reach out to me on socials. I'm very bad at responding to messages. I have horrible anxiety. It's so hard for me, but I'm working on it. I'm gonna work on it. Y'all are my friends, and I want to be able to have these type of conversations with people. So feel free to reach out to me at any time. Maybe leave me a topic you would like to see me cover. I want to have guests to kind of hear other people's perspectives, and you know, no one person knows better than the next. So, you know, I'm not the end all be all say all whatever. Like, there's always another person in the room that can add so much to my perspectives, to my, you know, education, anything. Like, I'm always learning, and I'm always open to having a good convo. So I'd love to have like a girl chat or something, or even hear from like cis males and their experiences, just different types of people who want to share their story, want to share their testimony, and feel like someone could benefit from hearing that. So I know it's hard. We're all hurting, we're all struggling, we're all tired, all of these things. Everyone is experiencing. Don't feel alone. Don't feel isolated or like nobody cares. I care. If no one's told you that today, I love you. And I hope to see you on my next video. Thank you guys.